I would always fall off, had a hard time staying disciplined. And when I made these changes, everything just seemed so much easier. And I've seen this over and over in my clients. And the thing is it's very easy to get frustrated. It's very easy to get caught up in I'm going to the gym, but I'm not getting any results. I'm putting in the work, but I don't see it. Whether it's you're stepping on a scale, whether it's, you're taking pictures and you just don't see the results that match the amount of work you're putting in. And first of all, that's completely normal and that happens to everyone. And I found this process that I've used that helps me change that. That helps me change my mindset, and it's inputs and outputs. Now, when I say this to you, it's going to seem very basic and very simple, but this is the thing that stops most people from quitting. This is the thing that stops most people from hitting plateaus. This is the thing that stops most people from just, quite frankly, just getting frustrated. So when I say inputs, what I mean is the actual work you're doing. So, lifting the weights, doing the reps, meal prepping, the actual tangible work that you're doing. And when I say outputs, it's the results of the input. So that would be like having the abs, losing the weight, gaining the confidence, the actual outcomes. Now, at the very beginning, what I would focus all my energy on is the inputs. That's all I was concerned about, and that's all I would focus on. And because of that, I would only think about how hard the workouts are, how much work I've been putting in, how many reps I've been putting in, how many days I've been coming to the gym. I was so laser focused on the inputs, and the inputs are hard because those are the things that you do every single day over and over and over. The inputs get boring, the inputs get repetitive, the inputs are, it's just what they are. They're boring. And I think as human beings, we like to change things up. We like to switch things up. We like variety. And the thing with going to the gym, the thing with dialing in your eating, it's very, very repetitive when you're doing it the right way. So if you're laser focused and all you're thinking about is the inputs, it's very easy to quit. It's very easy to get frustrated. It's very easy to get discouraged. So what I did was, instead of focusing on the inputs, I started focusing on the outputs. I started focusing on the results that I was going to get. And that got me excited. That got my imagination jazzed up, because then I would start imagining, like, okay, what's it going to be like when I have like the bigger arms, when I have the abs, when, you walk on the beach and you're the only fit person on the beach. There's hundreds of people on the beach. And you're the fittest person on the beach. What's it gonna be like when I walk into this very same gym, which currently I'm the weakest one, and then one day I'm the strongest? Every day when you get up early and you gotta go to the gym, you're not thinking about, oh, I'm gonna have to do 4 sets of 15. Oh, I'm gonna have to squat this and that. You're not thinking about that. You're focusing on the end result. When I started doing this was a complete game changer. This completely shifted everything for me. I no longer had a hard time getting up. I no longer had a hard time staying on track, because my imagination was running wild on the outputs instead of the inputs. You do not want your imagination running wild on the inputs, because all you can think about is the net, like, oh man, I have this many reps left. I have this many sets left. It's only Wednesday. I have 2 more days of this. And it's like this miserable feeling. Your imagination runs away on you with a miserable feeling, as opposed to if you're focused on the outputs, then you get excited, then your creativity kicks in and your imagination starts running wild about what you're gonna have and what it's gonna look like. This was a complete game changer for me. This has been a complete game changer for my clients. When this snaps, right, and they start imagining the output, now it's all worth it. Because you're smart, right? You're smart. Like, if you're watching this video and you've gotten this far, it already tells me something about you. Number 1, you're smart. Number 2, you actually want the results. Well, I don't care how bad you want the results. If the amount of work that someone has to put in, they get looks like this, you're gonna quit. I mean, anybody with a sensible mind would quit. That's stupid. If this is the result, that doesn't make sense. That's what happens when you focus on the inputs and not the outputs. Now, when you focus on the output, and this is what the work looks like, you do that all day long, over and over and over and over and over. That's the difference. That's the difference. So let your imagination run wild on the outputs, but just know every single day, just do the inputs. That's just what you do to get this. That's what you do to get the outcome. And if you do that, I promise you, you will no longer struggle getting up. You will no longer struggle finding motivation. Like all that goes out the window because now you're relying on discipline. And discipline, it don't matter how you feel. It don't matter what the weather's like. It don't matter what's going on in your personal life. Discipline is something you do regardless. So hopefully you guys got some value from that. Catch you on the next one. Peace.